Hey folks, it's Lauren from Snowies here, checking out this really cool Aerospeed Aerobase Link.
Hit it.
Provides seamless integration between your Aerospeed tent and your Aerobase shelter, increasing your outdoor living space with shade and waterproof protection. Hold up, to make sure you don't miss any of our awesome content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get back to it. So we're looking at how to join your Aerospeed tent with your Aerobase shelter. Now we've got the Aerobase 3 here today, and whether or not you want to use your Aerobase 3 or your Aerobase 3 Pro, it doesn't matter. However, with a couple of different sizes with the Aerospeed tent, your 4, your 6, your 10, you just want to make sure that the link that you're getting is going to be the right link for the size tent that you've got. So packed size is around about 30 centimeters by anywhere sort of between 10 to 15 centimeters in diameter, depending on the size you've got. And it will weigh up to sort of 1.2, 1.5 kilos up to the larger size. Now in the bag, we've got a little link that's going to be all rolled up and it's held together with a couple of straps here. We've just got one in place at the moment, which keeps the little roll all together while you're putting it back in your bag, and it's nice and handy. Now, as you can see here, the material of the Aerobase Link is going to match the fly of your tent. So it's not going to be such a huge point of differentiation with like a different colored material or anything like that. And so what it is, it's a Duracore ripstop polyester. So the ripstop obviously is indicated by these black grid that's woven through the material, which just makes this a really resistant fabric to sort of any punctures and tears and things like that. Now, the Duracore polyester as well is manufactured with environmentally sort of conscious practices, and it's also highly UV resistant, which is a great element of the material for our summer Australian suns. Now, it is also waterproof. It comes with a 300 ml waterhead rating. And as you can see, we do have, I don't know if you can tell by the light here, but there's a bit of a shine of like a waterproof coating. And we've got some seam tape that runs over all of our stitching seals here, so there's no water ingress. So connecting the Aerobase and our Aerospeed together, the first thing that we're going to look for is a little indicator on the link that says shelter. So this indicates our shelter side, and obviously that's where the zip is. It's going to run up and over, so this is going to be on our opposite bottom left corner here. So we'll just take that over to the other side. So from here, I'm going to reach down to the zipper, which is for attaching your walls and things like that. And I'm going to just slide it in like so. We're going to make sure we go through both of those zip sliders and lock that into place. And then simply pull the link up and over. Now, if you have an Aerobase shelter already, potentially you've got some walls as well, you'll know that the zip on the shelter is quite chunky, so it rolls along really smoothly and easily. So once we have connected the link onto our Aerobase shelter, we're going to find our Aerospeed tent connection now. I'm just going to loosen off these straps here. Like so, get them ready. And now I'm going to run this over. Now this is going to be a little bit awkward, but I'm going to run this over the top of my Aerospeed like so. And now we're going to take both of our yellow clips, and they're going to connect to the corresponding corner of the Aerospeed tent. So I'm going to just pull this one out all the way to the extension of the webbing for now, and slide that into the loop and just pull a little bit out, so I've got a nice easy tab there if I need to tension it again in a bit. So then going across with my other yellow tab, I'm going to extend this on all the way out, leave a little bit of a tab there for tensioning after I finish my connection, like so. So moving to the sides now, I'll get the edge of the link, and I'm just going to flip it out so we have these yellow tabs underneath. We can find these yellow tabs here. So they're going to go straight into our webbing for our guy rope points. Now I'm going to make sure that the hook, pull that out, that the hook is coming down from over the top there. So it's not going to fall off if we're hooking it up from underneath the webbing loop. So do that one like so. And now coming down to the base of the pole, we've got our quick release hook that we're going to click into our buckle here that's already existing on the bottom of our air pole on the Aerospeed tent there, like so, and give that a bit of attention so it's nice and tight in place. So now we've connected the link hooks to these two guy rope points. We actually don't need or want to have the guy rope for the tent on this front corner setup. So I'm just going to release that one. And then from here, the link is going to come across and our brow pole, our little attachment for the brow pole is going to loop over, and we're going to tension this off like so. So that's nice and tight. And then from here, we have the replacement guy rope points here. Now, don't forget that on the underside of the link, those hooks are corresponding with the guy rope points on the Aerospeed Fly. So this is just a simple replacement of those same points. That's going to provide the same tension and structure to your tent overall, but I won't bother pegging these ones in. And then lastly, you've also got your additional guy rope point if you want to peg this one down as well. So I'm going to head around to the other side and do the same thing. We're going to pull our link over, looking for these little yellow hooks here. So we're going to come in from the top on both of those webbing strap points, and then we're going to release off our guy rope from the tent fly. And now we're just going to pull across for our brow pole attachment. Now I've sort of made this a little bit hard for myself. You might have noticed before, the brow pole attachment on the other side has a tensioning toggle on it, but not on this particular side. So ideally, which I haven't done, you're going to want to leave the brow pole attachment with the tensioning strap to be the later connection for your link. So you're not having to put in as much effort as I am to get this brow pole connection done. So now we're just going to do our last little bit, which is moving down to the base and connecting our little quick release buckle like so. So again, one last stop is coming back around to the rear of your Aerospeed, and now just giving these a bit of attention since we've got the front all hooked up and connected up. So there's not a little bit of give left in this one. So that is now the Aerobase link set up. So if we come in underneath here, what we can see is we have this really beautiful integration between our internal sleeping space or tent space and our outside living space. Now we've got a wall here on the end of the Aerobase setup already, but obviously if that's opened up, you're going to have this huge big undercover open area to protect you either for your super sunny weather or whether or not you've got rain. But even more importantly, you've got this shade or sun protected, rain protected, and also privacy space for moving in and out of your different living spaces. So as you can see, this is a very super cool add-on for your Aerospeed tent for those of you who have an Aerobase shelter, and if you don't, maybe it's something that you consider picking up as well. You can get this at snowies.com.au at our low prices every day.